As the holidays approach, I want to say welcome and thank all of my good friends for coming back to the Juicebox Podcast over and over again.
Well, I am Jamie. I am a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed as LADA when I was, 36. And so it's been about 8 years now. Told everyone my age pretty much. And that's me.
Hey, I'm dropping in to tell you about a small change being made to the Juice Cruise 2026 schedule. This adjustment was made by Celebrity Cruise Lines, not by me. Anyway, we're still going out on the Celebrity Beyond cruise ship, which is awesome. Check out the walkthrough video at juiceboxpodcast.com/juicecruise. The ship is awesome. It's still a 7-night cruise. It still leaves out of Miami on June 21st. Actually, most of this is the same. We leave Miami June 21st, head to Coco Cay in the Bahamas, but then we're going to San Juan, Puerto Rico instead of St. Thomas. After that, Bastyria, I think I'm saying that wrong, St. Kitts and Nevis. This place is gorgeous. Google it. I mean, you're probably going to have to go to my link to get the correct spelling because my pronunciation is so bad. But once you get the St. Kitts and you Google it, you're going to look and see a photo that says to you, oh, I want to go there. Come meet other people living with type 1 diabetes, from caregivers to children to adults. Last year, we had 100 people on our cruise, and it was fabulous. You can see pictures again at my link, juiceboxpodcast.com/juicecruise. You can see those pictures from last year there. The link also gives you an opportunity to register for the cruise or to contact Suzanne from Cruise Planners. She takes care of all the logistics. I'm just excited that I might see you there. It's a beautiful event for families, for singles, a wonderful opportunity to meet people, swap stories, make friendships, and learn. While you're listening, please remember that nothing you hear on the Juicebox Podcast should be considered advice, medical or otherwise. Always consult a physician before making any changes to your healthcare plan or becoming bold with insulin. Today's podcast is sponsored by US Med. usmed.com/juicebox. You can get your diabetes supplies from the same place that we do. And I'm talking about Dexcom, Libre, Omnipod, Tandem, and so much more. usmed.com/juicebox or call 888-721-1514. Today's episode is also sponsored by the Tandem Mobi system with Control-IQ Plus technology. If you are looking for the only system with auto bolus, multiple wear options, and full control from your personal iPhone, you're looking for Tandem's newest pump and algorithm. Use my link to support the podcast, tandemdiabetes.com/juicebox. Check it out. The podcast is also sponsored today by the Eversense 365. The Eversense 365 has exceptional accuracy over 1 year and is the most accurate CGM in the low range that you can get. Eversensecgm.com/juicebox.
Well, I am Jamie. I am a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed as LADA when I was, 36. And so it's been about 8 years now. Told everyone my age pretty much. And that's me.
Jamie, I'm just looking at your notes and I realize why you're on, and this is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you got to the podcast by way of a Facebook post. Can you tell people what you posted about?
Yep, my low. I had my first severe low ever. It was in August where I think my Dexcom wasn't quite accurate. And I hadn't been feeling that well that day. Mm-hmm. So my stomach was upset and I had taken insulin for dinner and I did not eat enough carbs.
Okay.
And then I realized my alarm went off and I was 67 double arrow down.
How long after you bolus do you think that number existed?
Well, I looked at it with my endo and it was like half an hour.
And you had eaten, but just not as much as you anticipated?
Yeah, that's the only explanation I can come up with.
Okay. So give me context. How many carbs did you bolus for?
55. I had some Cheerios.
My brain goes Cheeriodios when I hear that. I don't know. Is that like an old commercial that they don't make anymore?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, trust me. if I can think of it, it's old and you don't know what it is. So 55 carbs for Cheerios, which should definitely, be reasonable. And, but you didn't eat them all.
I must not have, because I didn't measure it. I don't measure anymore. I just look at food and say, okay, this is about what it is. And that's what I put in the pump.
Would you tell me, do you think that you've had that amount of Cheerios about before and used 55 carbs?
Yeah.
Could it have been the illness? Did you have a stomach illness?
Yeah, my stomach was upset. It could have very easily been that. But nobody really knows. Yeah. And the endocrinologist looked at it and was like, I have no idea what happened.
Right. There's some illnesses Arden gets where her insulin needs go way down.
Really?
And I've also seen illnesses that have put her insulin needs up, but I've seen both. So I wonder, but rest of the day you were okay though, right? You were eating and bolusing previous to that. It was okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what else I ate that day, but I'm pretty sedentary for work. I sit at a computer all day long, pretty much. So, there's not a whole lot of movement. Logged out of work, decided I want some dinner and ate some dinner, quick cleaned up a couple of things around the house, and then sat down to change my pump. And while I was changing my pump, my alarm went off and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. And I like pretty much fell over.
Wait, hold on. We'll get to that. But first, I have no business saying this. And of course, I'm not judging you, but this is maybe to everybody listening, not just to you. I'd love it if you guys didn't eat cereal for dinner. Are you an adult that eats cereal for dinner? Why did you not make yourself a piece of chicken and a broccoli and something to go with it? What happened there?
I mean, I was home alone. My husband was working late and I was like, I don't feel like eating real food today. My stomach had been upset. Cheerios sounded good. So that's what I had.
All right. Do you sugar the Cheerios?
Nope.
Yeah, I grew up so poorly. I would definitely have sprinkled sugar over top of Cheerios when I was a kid.
I don't even add milk to them usually. I eat them dry right from the box. I mean...
Was there milk in it this time?
No.
No. You're just eating a handful of Cheerios like a homeless person. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Sitting in your house, just being like, long day. Handful of Cheerios. My God.
I was actually sitting on my bed eating a handful of Cheerios straight from the box.
I don't want you people eating in your bedrooms either. Don't eat in your bedroom. That's not okay. Do I have to make a list for everybody?
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
So, okay.
List might be good.
Yeah,
don't do this at home.
Don't eat. I don't want you eating on your bed. Not after you're 15. Okay.
I mean, I was home alone. There was nobody here. It was quiet night. I was getting, I was going to get ready to go to bed early.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Were you like cuddled up in bed eating Cheerios, watching TV, or just like sitting on the? I need a picture painter. Or were you just sitting sadly on the edge of the bed?
No, I was like watching a TV show. Okay. I don't even remember what I was watching.
It's okay.
And I was just chilling with the blankets, and the cats were here.
It makes more sense.
My Cheerios.
It makes more sense to me. All right. Okay. I take it back. It's okay.
Yeah.
But you've got 67, 2 down pretty quickly after you bolused. And you said you fell over. Do you mean like physically passed out, or do you mean like it stunned you?
Like I tried to stand up because my Baqsimi was in my purse.
Oh.
On the other side of the house. And I'm like, I need my Baqsimi, and I wasn't, I was changing my pump. So I had already taken my pod off. Didn't occur to me at the time. I kept my Baqsimi and my kit, and the kit was on the bed with me.
Oh, were you already disoriented?
I was already disoriented. I stood up, I fell over, somehow managed to hold on to my phone. I always keep grape soda for middle of the night lows on the nightstand. And I grabbed the 3 cans there, stood back up, and tried to walk towards the other end of the house again. And I only made it halfway, and I called 911 because I was afraid that I was going to throw up the soda because I get really nauseous when I'm low or dropping fast.
Yeah.
And I knew my husband wasn't going to be home until like 9:30, and it was like 8:30. I'm like, if he doesn't get here till 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm in big trouble.
You had time to think about all that.
My brain went like super fast. It was really weird.
Okay. And the entire time you're walking across the house to get to the Baqsimi, which was on the bed where you started.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Can you describe a little bit in hindsight? Is there a way that you can tell me that it feels? Is it scary? Is it Does it feel like time standing still? Like, is there any kind of like, big ideas you could put to the experience?
My body felt really heavy and my brain felt really adrenaline soaked. That's like the two biggest things.
Okay.
And the 911 dispatcher kept telling me that I was like, I don't even know how much insulin I have on board. And she's like, it's okay. They'll give you your insulin when they get there.
And you're like, no, bitch, I don't want insulin. No insulin.
Yes. And I was so angry because she wasn't understanding me that I didn't need insulin. I needed sugar. But she kept saying, it'll be okay. They'll get you your insulin. I'm like, but I don't need insulin. You're not understanding me. And she's like, it's okay. They're on their way.
She's like, I might not understand, but I sent somebody who hopefully will. Now, was your door locked? You know what? Let me take that back. There's no way your door was locked. If you're eating Cheerios on your bed, your door is not locked. Because that would be on my list, by the way, Jamie. When I write down a list of things to do in life, it would be every time you come through a door from the exterior, lock the door.
Yeah, no. I usually leave. So we have Ring cameras, so it alerts me if someone's moving around outside the house. So if I'm home alone, I typically leave the door unlocked.
Oh my God.
And this is a prime example of why.
Well, now, yeah. Also, I've heard other type 1s talk about this, that they, in the back of their head, they're always thinking, if I have an emergency, how is emergency services going to get in the house if the door is locked?
Right? Do you know how expensive that would have been if they had to kick my door in?
Tell me that door is not locked because you were worried about the expense if something like this would have happened.
That is the big, and I was worried about the cost for having 12 firefighters and paramedics show up at my house that night too. I was like, are they going to send me a bill?
Did they charge you by the guy?
I have no idea. I've not gotten a bill yet, so I don't think I'm going to get a bill.
Awesome.
But yeah, there was a lot of people in my house.
Even though it's the end of 2025 and things seem to have settled down, let me point out that I know that women could be firemen too, and they would be fire people or fire ladies or fire persons. I don't know exactly what. I've fought fires with women right next to me, so I just said guy because that's how it occurs to me. But so moving. Oh my God, I almost fell. I know how you felt when your blood sugar was low for a second.
I know. I thought about that later too. Like, my nightstand has sharp corners on it. How did I avoid the corners on my nightstand when I went down? I have no idea.
Did you have a seizure at any point? Lose consciousness?
I don't know if I had a seizure. I was not fully unconscious. I know that, but I was definitely uncontrollably shaking, and I thought I had peed my pants.
Oh.
But I didn't.
Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me if you did or not. We'll find out later. That'll be fun. You felt like you peed your pants, but you didn't.
I was so sweaty and my body was like hot. It was like weird hot feelings like all over my body.
Did you get any of the numb lips, numb tongue?
No, I haven't had that since I was first diagnosed.
Okay. How about your vision? Did your vision change?
Yeah. I couldn't. It was like tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm. You were getting close.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they get there? The 12 women firefighters, did they show up?
They did. Mm-hmm. And they all just basically sat there and watched me drink a soda and made me eat a protein bar to level it out. And then they hooked me up to the life pack. So they checked my blood pressure, which was low.
Yeah.
My heart rate was extra high. That was about it.
Gotcha.
I think they did an EKG too, because I had little sticky things on my ankles.
You weren't even sure?
I don't remember.
And now, did they leave you there when they were done? Did your husband come home? How did it work? This episode is sponsored by Tandem Diabetes Care. And today I'm going to tell you about Tandem's newest pump and algorithm. The Tandem Mobi system with Control-IQ Plus technology features Auto Bolus, which can cover missed meal boluses and help prevent hyperglycemia. It has a dedicated sleep activity setting and is controlled from your personal iPhone. Tandem will help you to check your benefits today through my link, tandemdiabetes.com/juicebox. This is going to help you to get started with Tandem's smallest pump yet, that's powered by its best algorithm ever. Control-IQ Plus technology helps to keep blood sugars in range by predicting glucose levels 30 minutes ahead, and it adjusts insulin accordingly. You can wear the Tandem Mobi in a number of ways. Wear it on body with a patch-like adhesive sleeve that is sold separately, clip it discreetly to your clothing, or slip it into your pocket. Head now to my link, tandemdiabetes.com/juicebox to check out your benefits and get started today. Why would you settle for changing your CGM every few weeks when you can have 365 days of reliable glucose data? Today's episode is sponsored by the Eversense 365. It is the only CGM with a tiny sensor that lasts a full year, sitting comfortably under your skin, with no more frequent sensor changes and essentially no compression lows for 1 year. You'll get your CGM data in real time on your phone, smartwatch, Android or iOS, even an Apple Watch. Predictive high and low alerts let you know where your glucose is headed before it gets there, so there's no surprises, just confidence. And you can instantly share that data with your healthcare provider or your family. You're going to get 1 year of reliable data without all of those sensor changes. That's the Eversense 365. Gentle on your skin, strong for your life. One sensor a year that gives you one less thing to worry about. Head now to eversensecgm.com/juicebox to get started.
Against medical advice, I chose to stay home. They wanted to take me in, and I said no because I knew that one I would have to pay for. But I also knew it was a low, and I could feel my blood sugar coming back up.
Yeah.
And my husband was on his way home, so they were all pulling out of the driveway as he was pulling in.
Did you call him first, or was he like, why is there a fire truck at my house?
I did. I called him because I was afraid. I didn't want him to worry.
Aww.
And I was afraid one of the neighbors would see them all at my house and call him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Hey, there's 5 trucks in front of your home and sirens and lights. And yeah. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So then it didn't take you long to come out of it. So when you got low, you drank the grape soda. By the way, how did you say you were 12? How old are you? You're 31?
I'm 44 now.
You're 44,
really,
just eating grape soda and Cheerios in your bedroom.
Yep.
But so you got the soda in. You were afraid you might vomit up the soda. You felt poorly enough that you were like, I got to get my glucagon. So my question is how many other times in your life have you thought, hey, where's my glucagon? I need it. Never. Okay. So, that's good. So your brain was helping you. It was like, this is a problem. I should have my glucagon.
It was trying. Yeah.
It was trying. So you hadn't ever used it before. You didn't use it this time. You defaulted during your traversing the house to calling 911.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you been able to look back since then? Do you know how long it took them to get to you?
From when I called 911 to when I see them show up on the camera outside the house, it was roughly 8 minutes.
Wow.
It felt like 10 years.
Yeah.
And they go by the house here and they whoop their sirens, so I know they're close. And then it still felt like it took them 20 years to get here.
Oh, so after you could hear them, so everything felt like that. You know, have you ever heard Arden tell, I don't know if she's talked about it on here or if I've just repeated it. She had a pretty severe low blood sugar after her senior prom, and that she felt like she called it glitching or jumping. I think she called it jumping, where she was moving across the room, but like she was, I don't know, like imagine you're in a room that's, 15, 20 feet long, and you're 20 feet from the wall. And then the next thing you know, you're 10 feet from the wall. And the next thing you know, you're 2 feet from the wall, but you don't remember any of the distance in between. Did you ever have that?
No. I didn't know.
Yeah, okay.
Because I heard them and I was like, if they had just stopped on the busy street right outside our house and come down the hill, they would have already been here. That's what I was thinking.
You were thinking if I was with them, they would have gotten here quicker.
Yeah. And then they have to drive around the block to get in because we're like in a weird cubby cul-de-sac type thing.
Yeah.
And so it felt like, and it was probably just a couple more minutes before they got into the door. But it felt like it took forever. Weird
left turn, Jamie. Has anybody ever told you have control issues?
Me? Control issues? No. Come on. Yes, I'm a control freak.
You're a control freak because I have to tell you that in the middle of that situation, to have a critique of how someone else is doing their job is absolutely insane.
I just wanted them to get there because I thought, I felt like I was dying. Like I was like, my God, I'm dying. I'm never going to survive this.
There's part of me that thinks that if my wife passes before me as we're putting her body in the ground, she'll sit up and go, you're doing it wrong.
I would probably do the same thing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right. Well, you got through it, obviously. Now, let's go back a second. You have LADA, and you've had it for 8 years, did you say? You've probably heard me talk about US Med and how simple it is to reorder with US Med using their email system. But did you know that if you don't see the email and you're set up for this. You have to set it up. They don't just randomly call you, but I'm set up to be called if I don't respond to the email because I don't trust myself 100%. So one time I didn't respond to the email and the phone rings at the house. It's like, ring, you know how it works. And I picked it up. I was like, hello. And it was just a recording. It was like, US Med. Doesn't actually sound like that, but you know what I'm saying. It said, hey, I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's basically like, hey, your order's ready. You want us to send it? Push this button if you want us to send it. Or if you'd like to wait, I think it lets you put it off like a couple of weeks or push this button for that. That's pretty much it. I pushed the button to send it. And a few days later, box right at my door. That's it. usmed.com/juicebox or call 888-721-1514. Get your free benefits checked now and get started with US Med. Dexcom, Omnipod, Tandem, Freestyle. They've got all your favorites. Even that new iLet pump. Check them out now at usmed.com/juicebox or by calling 888-721-1514. There are links in the show notes of your podcast player and links at juiceboxpodcast.com to US Med and to all of the sponsors.
Yeah, I think so. Because there was no... Oh, and my Dexcom just decided it's not going to give me readings.
Awesome.
Fun.
Perfect timing.
So it's hard for me to say definitively when I was diagnosed because there wasn't I wasn't in DKA. I wasn't, it was, I knew something was wrong. My general practitioner at the time kept telling me the reason my numbers were going up was because I was non-compliant and I wasn't exercising and I was eating too many carbs.
Okay.
And so by the time I made it to the endo and had the antibody testing done, he threatened to put me in the hospital for an eating disorder because I refused to eat carbs.
Really?
Well,
what?
I kept being told that I was eating too many carbs and I was already basically keto. So I had dropped it down and all I was eating was protein.
When he said that you were non-compliant on exercise and eating, was that actually true?
No, that was my general practitioner. And no, it was not. I was exercising several hours a day. Wow. And I was eating, I was completely clean eating because I was convinced I was type 2. And I'm like, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be healthy.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be an issue. He just kept telling me I was non-compliant, but I am. And I lost almost 100 pounds.
Whoa.
I was nothing. I was a little stick. I look at those pictures of me back then and you can see it on me. I look sick.
Oh, let's put context to it. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6". And what did you weigh when you started to lose weight?
I was over 200. I was probably closer to 220. I've always been chonky.
Chonky?
Yeah, chonky.
Okay.
Chonky.
I don't know. Chonky was funny. Go with that.
Yeah. 220. I was probably closer to 250 because I was 150 when I went to the endo.
Wow. And you lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Just through diet and exercise? Or was it exercise and not really eating much?
Exercise and not eating much. And then on top of that, my body wasn't making much insulin. So my body was just not metabolizing any of the food I was eating.
What was your A1C during that time? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think I managed to get it down to 8 or 9.
Okay. And you have down from where?
When I first went in, it was 13.
Okay. 13 down to 8 or 9 with the exercise, the not eating. But then the next doctor, it's not your GP, it's a different doctor who says you have an eating disorder. Is that right?
Yeah. He was like, you need to eat carbs. You at least need to be eating vegetables and fruit every day.
And you said, if I do that, my A1C is going to be 13 again.
And I said, if I do that, my blood sugar is out of control.
Okay. And they called that an eating disorder.
Yeah. Cause I was mad at him. He was like, you need to eat. You cannot. This is not a healthy diet to just eat meat. He goes, I am okay with you eating keto. He said, but you also need to eat the fruits and the vegetables and you need to have those carbs. Those are healthy carbs. And I was like, but I can't because then my blood sugar goes way out of control.
What was the answer to that? Do you recall?
Basically, they put me on insulin almost right away at the endo. Okay. Yeah, they put me on the insulin. I started with long acting and I was still checking my blood sugar multiple times a day. And when I went back to him and I was like, okay, I'm still experiencing a lot of high blood sugars. I'm really struggling. And he was like, well, we can put you on the slow or fast acting. And that can help with after meals. He's like, but you're going to really have to be careful because he thought I still had some insulin response in my body. Mm-hmm. And so I did have to be really careful and watch it and make sure I wasn't going low. But yeah, so they started me on insulin almost right away when I went to the endocrinologist.
Did you get a C-peptide and an antibody test at some point?
Yep, when I was at the endo, they did that the first day I was there.
Okay, and you definitely have type 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I am positive for all 3 antibodies.
Positive for 3 antibodies. Back then, that's 8 years ago now. And so have your insulin needs slowly increased? Did they increase slowly then all at once and they're done? Are they still changing? Where are you at in that pattern?
They increased relatively slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that so I've also got anaphylactic allergies, and I had an exposure that sent me to the emergency room.
I'm sorry. Give me some description about that, anaphylactic allergies.
So I'm super allergic to fish and shellfish. And somebody walked up to me with lobster, steaming lobster, which aerosolizes the protein, and I inhaled.
Wow.
And I ended up going to the emergency room. And after that, my insulin needs shot up and have stayed where they were at.
Probably doesn't matter to anybody but me, but why was somebody wandering around with a lobster and didn't they know that you had a shellfish allergy?
They did.
Was this an attack? Were you attacked with a lobster?
No, but wouldn't that be funny? Could you imagine being attacked with a lobster and then dying because that would be an interesting way to go. That's morbid.
I'm saying right now, I could murder you with a lobster and get away with it. Not now that I know, but if I pretended I didn't know, I could.
Yeah, you could.
How quickly could it hurt you?
I usually know pretty quickly when I've been exposed.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with my eyes being itchy, and then my nose and my mouth and my throat get itchy. And then in this particular instance, it would have been my first time using the EpiPen. And so I was afraid to use the EpiPen.
Mm-hmm.
And my chest it was itchy inside. My lungs itched. I don't know how to describe that to somebody who has never experienced it, other than it itched in my lungs and under my sternum.
Huh.
And it was really hard to breathe. I kept having to cough.
What happened? How did you traverse it?
I didn't even call 911. My mom came and picked me up from work.
Were you working at the Red Lobster?
No, I was not.
Because you shouldn't have a job there. That's what I was going to tell you.
Oh, right. I should never work there. I don't even go into Red Lobster. It terrifies me. I'd never survive.
Red Lobster is terrifying. I hear what you're saying.
And not just because I'm allergic to fish and shellfish.
It might be for other reasons. Can you tell me where you were?
I'm in Minnesota.
No. When the lobster attack happened.
Oh, I was at work.
Yeah, but what kind of, I don't need to know the name of the place, but what kind of work? At your office job?
I did retail loss prevention.
Retail loss prevention?
Mm-hmm.
Who's eating that well in a retail loss prevention situation? Having a lobster. Boy, that to me is the whole...
It's a higher end retailer, yeah.
That's the whole story to me. I could do a whole hour on where that lobster came from, how we ended up in this situation, who thought having lobster at lunch today at that place was a good idea.
People did it all the time. I would walk into the break room and somebody had microwave fish, and I would be in an anaphylactic, that I didn't realize because the allergies were still new to me as well. And so I'd walk in and my eyes would swell shut and I'd be coughing. I had no idea I was in anaphylactic shock.
I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm laughing at the idea of people microwaving their fish at work. Again, on my list of things I got to make for you people. You can't do that.
Who does that? Yeah.
You should have seen the guy. If you're listening, sir, shame on you. The guy on my flight, I was on a flight to Orlando to go to Touch by Type 1 a couple weekends ago. And 3 rows ahead of me across the aisle, on the aisle, is a guy just barefoot on the airplane. Just vile. And I've heard from people who do it and they're like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, that's fair. You can have your thoughts on that. The rug is not the color that God intended it to be. And that's from dirt. Okay. There he is with the thing. Then he got to go to the bathroom, goes to the bathroom without his shoes on. That freaked me out. Comes back, starts digging in the overhead. By the way, while the stewardess is on the microphone and this is what she's saying. I want to remind everybody that the captain has not turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. We're still in our ascent. It's not time you can't get out of your, she was confused. She's like, you can't get out of your seats right now. He had gotten up, peed without his shoes on, was digging in the overhead compartment, all while we were still climbing. And it was not, for any of you who are like, well, he might have really had to be, trust me, this was just a guy on his own journey. Okay. And so then he fishes out some big, like, plastic bag like you'd get for takeout. When I can see inside of it one of those styrofoam shell like containers, and he pulls it down. There's steam still coming out of it. It smells to high heaven, terrible. I don't know what it was.
God.
And then he sits down on his feet. Like, do you know how you can sit on your feet, like underneath of you? So then he sat on his feet and settled in and cracked that thing open and started eating with a plastic fork. And I was just like, am I going to have to make a book so that people know not to do it? Like, what are we going to do exactly? And then I hear you're eating in your bedroom, but I think I need to make a book. The point is he scarfed that down.
Yikes.
And the whole time on his right, in the middle section, a woman. And I think, oh God, like her, this guy's poor wife, like, I guess she's used to it, And then it's like an hour later when I realized that is not his wife. He does not know that woman. And she's horrified the entire flight. His wife is actually across the aisle from him. And I thought, well, there's a lady who's flown with him before, and thought, no, I'll sit on the other side of the aisle.
Sit on the other side of the aisle from him.
Yeah. He looks like the kids and he makes a decent living. So I'm not getting rid of him, but I'm not sitting next to him on a plane. Horrifying. Anyway, please don't open hot food on an airplane and start eating it.
Especially if it's fish or shellfish, because what if somebody's deathly allergic?
Well, yeah. I mean, because, it could have killed you for sure. And if it was the wrong thing. I'm making my points here. I'm making a lot of sense today. I want everybody to listen to me. Okay. Now, do you think, by the way, 10 minutes ago, I asked you about your LADA. I asked so that I could ask this question.
Okay.
Do you think on the day you got low, there was any help coming from your pancreas, or do you think you're long past that now?
I think if there was help coming from my pancreas, it would have been like a random, weird coincidence.
Okay.
And I don't really believe in coincidences.
Just the insulin then. Right. Listen, for those of you who don't make a podcast, you have to be impressed. I'm telling you to be impressed. That I took that one question in my head and turned it into 10 solid minutes of content. You're welcome.
That is pretty impressive, yeah.
Thank you. It's my only skill, Jamie. Now, when your husband gets home, you're being very nice. Actually, somebody said to me the other day, you have to stop making fun of yourself on the podcast. It makes me upset.
Oh.
Yeah. So for you, it's a self-effacing humor. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm okay. I think I must have said to somebody, I'm like, I'm not that smart. And people are like, you are smart. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you, my preschool teacher? Thank you. It's lovely. But I'm okay. So your husband gets home, you catch him up, and then, I mean, is there anything else from there? Do you talk about it? Are you shook? Like, what's the rest of the night look like?
He was upset. He tried to hide it, I think, because like the next several days, he definitely paid way more attention to my Dexcom.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up changing my alarm settings a little bit so that I get an alert if I'm double arrow down before I'm at 67.
You got it freaked out too.
Yeah. Because I feel like there should have been some warning.
Does double arrows not beep no matter where it is?
If you have that alarm off, it will not tell you. And I had shut it off because I'm on Omnipod 5.
Jamie. What? Listen, let's put this whole interview aside and you just start telling me everything you're doing and I'll tell you if it's right or not. Okay? How's that sound? Let's do it. All right, everyone, leave your alarms on. I don't care if they bother you. That's what they're there for. Oh, so you had your alarms off.
Yeah, I had. So the low alarm was set for 75, but I didn't have like the drop alerts on.
Right.
So I have the drop alerts on now. Good, and then the other thing that we did, there was a lady on Facebook who suggested taping the Baqsimi in the bathrooms, like to the mirror.
Okay. I mean, that's not a style decision, but go ahead.
No, but what a smart idea, because now it's right in my face every day. We have a Baqsimi in the bathroom upstairs, which is our main bathroom. And then I also have one taped to the basement garage door so that there's one downstairs too. So we have that going. So it's like right in everybody's face. Everybody knows what it is. And it's not likely I'm going to forget it's there because I see it every day.
Right. Did you have a conversation with your husband like, hey, I'm sure you knew about this before, but let's do a refresher on this Baqsimi and everything else?
Yeah. Yep.
How long do you think he was scared for? And did you hate it when he was paying more attention in the days that followed, or was it comforting?
I didn't hate it. It just was different. It's not a normal, he doesn't normally pay any attention to my Dexcom. I usually handle everything on my own.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is the one who follows and will call me like, hey, I'm getting low alerts. Are you okay?
Yeah.
And if I don't answer, the sheriff's department will show up at the door.
And if she would have called during your incident, that wouldn't have helped you, really. Not that time. Yeah.
No.
How do you feel any certain way about him not having that much interest in your diet? Is it interest he doesn't have, or is it just the way you guys have had it set up? I guess my first question is, how long have you been together?
We just celebrated our 4th anniversary, but we've known each other for probably 10 or 11 years.
So you got the beats when you were already knowing him, at least.
Yeah.
Were you sexy time when you got it, or were you just friends?
Wait, can you rephrase the question? What?
Were you guys dating when you got diabetes, or were you just friends at that point?
We had dated for a while, and then we broke up for a while, and then we got back together.
Did he do something wrong?
He ghosted me. He's going to be so embarrassed. I told everybody this.
Did he really?
He ghosted me. Yeah, he had some issues going on in his personal life, and he was embarrassed, and so he basically just ended things.
Without letting you know?
Yeah, pretty much. Blocked me.
Jamie, after how long?
Oh, gosh. We had been together for a year at that point.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but, I knew he was the one. Like, I knew. And so I was pretty upset when he left, but I was like, okay, well, life goes on. But then he texted me through Facebook and was like, he sent me a friend request on Facebook, and I texted him back on Messenger, and I was like, I think you got hacked because you just friend requested me. And he was like, no, that was me. And I was like, okay, well, here's the deal. You're either going to be a part of my life or you're not going to be a part of my life.
What are wrong with boys? How did he mess that up so badly?
I don't know.
Did you make him figure it out before you let him come be back in together with you? Awesome.
Yep.
Did you make him explain himself?
He had to figure everything out.
Did he have to sit across from you at like a restaurant and explain the whole thing to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
What restaurant was it?
It was, I think we got Chipotle and hung out and sat. Chipotle is one of my favorite places to eat. So, yeah. And he had to explain to me, like, look, I was really embarrassed because I had some money issues going on. And it just was like, I don't care. If we're going to be a couple, like, the money issues are a thing we face together because we're together. And so he has worked really hard at that. And he,
That's lovely.
He's still a guy. He still has some learning, but he's
still a little dopey. He's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Course. I'm sure I'll have it all straight by the time he's 60, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been, he's like my best friend. He's my soulmate. He's the thing that keeps me sane in my life, and he's my rock. So
saner. Let's say saner, Jamie. Let's not go planting our flag in the mountain of sane. Okay, we've only been talking for 36 minutes. I don't know if you're sane or not yet.
I'm not. No, I'm probably not. He keeps me as close to sane as possible.
That's it. Let's be more accurate. Wait. I have more. Can I ask more questions? I have more questions.
Yes.
You're telling me he just is like, you're like hanging out one day doing something, and then the next day he's not there, and then the next day he's not there, and then it goes on for multiple days, and you think to yourself, hey, it's weird, I haven't talked to that guy in a while that I've been dating for a year. I wonder what happened to him. And then you text him and go, hey, are you okay? And he doesn't respond. Pretty much.
I knew right away that he had blocked me because he stopped talking.
He
stopped responding. Yeah, and on Facebook, he was gone on Facebook and social media. And he had removed like my family members and my friends from his Facebook. So I knew something had happened.
Oh my God.
I just didn't know 100% what it was. I suspected what it was.
Jimmy.
But yeah.
Wow. I have to, listen, no judgment. Meanwhile, everything I say is judgment, but just assume I don't mean any judgment by this. I don't think my wife would let me see her calves again if I did that to her, let alone like redate me. I don't think she'd let me look at her in shorts. I think she'd be like, no, I'm sorry, this isn't for you anymore. You were so taken with him. How long were you not together after the break?
It was like a year and a half.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you date in that time? Somebody else?
I did.
Yeah. Somebody he knew? You probably picked somebody you knew on purpose, right?
No,
No?
actually, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
I might have
All
done
of his
that.
friends are married.
I just realized I might be a slutty girl if I was a girl. I was like,
Yeah.
I'd find his best friend and definitely go out with him. But all of his friends are married. Like, so you
Most
went
of
out.
them.
Now I'm interested. You're out and you're dating other people. You just didn't find anybody that you jived with as well as you did with the guy who ghosted you?
Yeah.
What's that? I'm ask a serious question. Is that upsetting when you realize that?
A little bit, but I just knew. Like, I had never had as much fun with anybody else as I did with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that, like we did goofy things, like go to Claire's, and he would put the goofy little crowns on his head, the princess crowns, and goof off. And like, that was so much fun to me. And he would, he just let me be me.
Okay.
And he didn't judge me. He didn't tell me I needed to change. He didn't tell me I needed to,
Right.
So it just, and then he was just gone.
Yeah. This thing happened that he was so flustered by, he didn't want you to see it. And that's it. And that is how he explained it to you a year and a half later. Did he date anybody in that year and a half?
He did not.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is he very loyal now?
Yes. Yeah.
I bet he
But
tells
I'm
you.
also,
Good.
I'm also very loyal to him. Like, he always feels like he can't make it up. I think that he can't make up for that mistake. But at the same time, like, I don't know how to describe this. This man has the biggest heart for the world that I have ever seen in my life. Like,
awesome.
It does not matter who you are. If you had just insulted him and you needed a t-shirt, he would take the shirt he's wearing and hand it to you.
Yeah.
Like, that is how he is. And he loves his family. His family comes first. And we, like, it just, his heart it's so incredible. And I can't even.
I'm sure he'll be touched to hear you describe him that way. I want to understand, though, how that person that you just described doesn't know that much about your diabetes. How does that work? You're diagnosed. He knows you have type 1, LADA, but you're taking insulin, right? So probably tell people you have type 1 when they ask, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah. And I wear my devices where everybody in the world can see them.
Everybody knows about it. He knows about it. He's a big-hearted guy. Are you keeping him from knowing about your diabetes? Is he staying at arm's length from it? Like, why does that connection not exist in the beginning like that?
I think it's probably me being stubborn.
Okay. Tell me more.
Because I feel like I'm an adult and I can handle it and I don't need help. The only thing that honestly drives me bonkers is that, so he doesn't like to read the food labels.
Okay.
Which is changing now because he also has to start watching what he's eating. And so he'll bring me, like, he'll make dinner and he'll bring me food and I'll be like, so how many servings is this and how many grams of carbs? And he's like, well, I have no idea.
So, but you made it and you got all the packages over there, right?
Right. Yeah. So I'm like, but sir, come on.
Is this a math problem? Is he bad with math?
No, he's very good with math. I think he's got ADHD.
Okay.
And I think it's an ADHD thing. He just forgets. He gets so excited about cooking and eating and all the flavors that he just doesn't stop to think about the grams of carbs and the serving sizes.
I just had a joke pop into my head and I thought, I wonder if people with ADHD would be upset if I said that.
I don't know. He's pretty laid back about it.
Well, I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about everyone else listening who has ADHD who might be offended. But I thought, like, maybe he didn't really ghost you. Maybe he just forgot about you for a while.
Right.
Maybe he just got busy.
That's going to be the new joke. Yeah. He just forgot.
He should have just said, hey, I'm so sorry. But like, I picked up this new thing on Netflix and then I started putting puzzles together and I forgot about you.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
yeah.
No, it's okay. So yeah, he just doesn't think about it. And now he's finally starting to get it. Okay, if I make like a frozen pizza real quick or whatever for dinner, that I need to look at how many grams of carbs are in the serving I'm handing her. And
he's being really thoughtful about it. And did the low blood sugar, did it speed him up a little bit about his interest and concern? Or did that only happen for a little while and then it kind of went back to normal after that?
I don't know how often he checks my blood sugar anymore, honestly.
Okay.
I think he still looks, I don't know. But the other issue is, so he drives professionally for a living and he can't have alarms on his phone while he's driving. So his follow alarms are off.
Follow alarms are off. He's not allowed to have, what's he driving? Money? You got
bosses.
He's driving people.
Yeah.
I see. And they don't want his shit beeping while he's with them.
Yeah. They don't want any distractions while he's driving a bus.
Hey, he's a limo driver?
No, he drives a bus. Like city buses.
You said buses. I thought you said bosses.
No, buses.
Oh.
It's that Minnesota accent going on.
No, yeah. I honestly thought like, oh, he's got like some important guy in a town car and he's running them all over. By the way, also women could be important. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
So he's driving a city bus. So that's part of, well, that makes sense. Yeah. I just want to say right now, I don't want anybody driving a bus looking at their phone.
Right. Don't look at your phone.
I watched a guy 2 days ago. First of all, he's in the right lane in a 2-lane situation. The speed limit's 55. He's going 35, does not know it. As I come up next to him thinking like, what is he trying to get us all killed? I go around and I look over and he has just got like a tablet in his hand. It's not even a phone. It's a tablet and he's reading. And I'm like, why are you so important? You know what I mean? Like,
who does that?
Yeah. Well, why is this person so important that this is the only time they have to read? You know, like I don't know. Like I looked at him. I didn't see a world leader in the car, but I mean, maybe he was making big decisions about something. I have no idea. Anyway, that freaked me out, and I don't want bus drivers doing that. So he can't do that. Could he have an Apple Watch that had like a follow on it? Do they do that? Does Apple Watch have follow?
He hates watches. He never wears them.
I see.
So, I mean, and I'm okay with it. Like, we don't need 2 sets of alarms going off when we're together either. Like, it's enough if my phone goes off, and I keep a watch with my numbers on it, and sometimes he'll look at my watch to see what I'm at, and it's all right.
Yeah. Do you have any residual fear left over from the low? Does it stick in your head now a couple of months later, or have you pretty much gone back to normal?
I've pretty much gone back to normal. I feel like I didn't have a whole lot of fear even in the beginning. I guess I let myself run a little bit higher than I would have normally, but I also am just like, I've been doing, I started your podcast way back when I first got diagnosed. So my theory has always been to be bold with insulin, and I knew that a low like that could happen. Mm-hmm. And I also know that a low like that is not the end of the world, even though in the moment it felt like it was going to be the end of it. But I know that lows are going to happen. And there's reasons I keep low snacks. There's reasons I wear a Dexcom. There's reasons I have Baqsimi with me everywhere I go. Like, that's the reason. And even with a Dexcom, sometimes it's not perfect. It's technology, and sometimes technology doesn't work right. Yeah. And I think in this instant, Dexcom said that I bottomed out at 55. Now, I have been 55.
Didn't feel like
this
that.
Was not 55. This was more like probably 30.
Okay.
Ish or
Did the squad not do a finger stick?
They did. And by the time they got here, I was already going back up.
Grape soda was helping.
Yeah, the grape soda had been like in and it was going. So
what's a good brand of grape soda?
I don't know. We buy the Cub. I would have to get up and look.
Wait, you buy the what?
We buy it from Cub Foods.
I don't know what that is. I don't live in that wasteland you live in Minnesota, almost Canada, wherever the hell you are.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's super chill.
Wait, that's what the soda's called?
Yeah, super chill. It's a generic. It doesn't have caffeine in it. So if I use it at night, it's not keeping me awake all night.
Very nice. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Also, I just put a piece of candy in my mouth. I don't know why. I've never done that before. It was stupid. Now I got to get rid of it. Okay. Super chill.
Yeah, grape soda. They have orange soda stuff too. They have root beer.
Look at that. I've never seen that in my life. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
They make club soda too if you ever need club soda.
I just wanted something that had several grams of sugar and carbs and didn't have caffeine. And the grape soda is where we ended up.
Can I tell you something? Super Chill has something here called Diet Mountain Chill. It's in a green bottle. And between you and me, it's a direct Mountain Dew ripoff. And I say to them, well done. Because I looked at it and I knew exactly what it was supposed to be.
It doesn't quite taste like, unless they've changed the formula since the last time I had it, it doesn't quite taste like Mountain Dew.
Have you tried it?
And I don't, Yes. I don't like diet. I prefer the zeros.
Okay. Some good super chill information.
Yeah. And I don't think Super Chill has zeros. I get Dr. Pepper Zero.
Okay.
The Mountain Dew Zero. Those are my two go-tos if I need caffeine. But, well, personally, I prefer coffee. Kind of a crazy coffee person. But
Crazy coffee person? I like how you said coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying coffee.
I love coffee.
What? Do you have Raynaud's?
I do have Raynaud's.
I just looked at the notes and I was like, oh, I didn't see that before.
I have Raynaud's. I have anaphylactic allergies, and I also have psoriasis.
Awesome. So I'm just where's the psoriasis at? This episode was too good to cut anything out of, but too long to make just one episode. So this is part 1. Make sure you go find part 2 right now. It's going to be the next episode in your feed. The podcast episode that you just enjoyed was sponsored by Eversense CGM. They make the Eversense 365. That thing lasts a whole year. One insertion every year? Come on. You probably feel like I'm messing with you, but I'm not. EversenseCGM.com/juicebox. A huge thanks to US Med for sponsoring this episode of the Juicebox Podcast. Don't forget, usmed.com/juicebox. This is where we get our diabetes supplies from. You can as well. Use the link or call 888-721-1514. Use the link or call the number, get your free benefits check so that you can start getting your diabetes supplies the way we do from US Med. Head now to tandemdiabetes.com/juicebox and check out today's sponsor, Tandem Diabetes Care. I think you're going to find exactly what you're looking for at that link, including a way to sign up and get started with the Tandem Mobi system. Hey, thanks for listening all the way to the end. I really appreciate your loyalty and listenership. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back very soon with another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. Hey, do you need support? I have some stuff for you. It's all free. Juiceboxpodcast.com. Click on support in the menu. Let's see what you get there. A1C and blood glucose calculator. People love that. That's actually, I think, the most popular page on the website some months. A list of great endocrinologists from listeners. That's from all over the country. There's a link to the private Facebook group, to the Circle community. And we have a fantastic thing there, American Sign Language. There's a great sign language interpreter who did the entire Bold Beginning series in ASL. So if you know anybody who would benefit from that, please send them that way. Just go to juiceboxpodcast.com and click on support. While you're there, check out the guides like the pre-bolusing guide, fat and protein insulin calculator, thyroid, GLP, caregiver burnout. You should go to the website, click around a little bit on those menus. It really, there's a lot more there than you think. If you're looking for community around type 1 diabetes, check out the Juicebox Podcast private Facebook group, Juicebox Podcast, type 1 diabetes. But everybody is welcome. Type 1, type 2, gestational, loved ones, it doesn't matter to me. If you're impacted by diabetes and you're looking for support, comfort, or community, check out Juicebox Podcast, type 1 diabetes on Facebook. If you have a podcast and you need a fantastic editor, you want Rob from Wrong Way Recording. Listen, truth be told, I'm like 20% smarter when Rob edits me. He takes out all the gaps of time and when I go, and stuff like that. And it just, I don't know, man. I listen back and I'm like, why do I sound smarter? And then I remember because I did one smart thing. I hired Rob at wrongwayrecording.com.